Okay, Ayla's, can I get to you in a minute, Ayla? You adjust your reading according to what you're reading, to what it is, and then why does come into there. But you are able to adjust your reading. If it's professional reading, you adjust compared to leisure reading, but even within professional reading, you adjust the way in which you do it. Because the meaning, I know that up in the back table someone was saying about checking for meaning, and they have to slow the reading down sometimes. They read personally very fluently, but slowing down the reading to check for meaning is a skill because you're adjusting your reading to the actual material. Yeah.
Also reading aloud.
Do you read aloud? I'm coming back, Ayla. Yeah, coming, yeah.
If you don't understand something, jargon.
Okay, so as an adult, you would sometimes read aloud? Yeah? Yeah?
If I've written something, I'll often I'll read it aloud so I can hear it.
Yes.
If it sounds okay.
And that's because you're a proficient reader and a proficient writer, because you're reading like a writer and writing like a reader. And it's a really important point if we think about that's what we want to get our students to. Because really, this is getting on to writing, but the reciprocal nature of reading and writing, don't we say to students, go back and revise your work? And can they always do that? No. Because the skills that are needed in writing and the skills that are needed in reading in order to do that are quite sophisticated. But at the same time, you've internalised, we read like a writer and write like a reader. Yeah. Ayla.
I was just going to say the same thing. Rereading aloud.
Yeah. I really do that if I'm reading, but I only do it when I'm writing and I know that it's going to be read by somebody else.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
The meaning of word level and paragraph level and text level.
Yes. Checking for meaning at word level, paragraph level, thanks, and at the whole text level or page level as well. With the checking as you're doing that checking for meaning at word, paragraph, text level, there's something that you're actually doing within there that I don't think you've expressed to me yet. If I'm checking for meaning at a paragraph or a text level, what am I actually doing? How do I do it? Yep, you ask questions to yourself. And what questions are you asking? Yep, you're checking and asking questions about the topic, about the subject.
And what I already know.
Are you putting it into a context?
Yes, you're relating it to a context, yep. In that checking though, checking it meaning at a paragraph level, are you checking just that paragraph? Are you checking within that paragraph?
Linking it to what else you know.
Linking it to what you know. But if you're checking meaning at word, paragraph, page and text level, aren't you linking across? You're linking forward and linking back? Yes, and linking ideas. So you're actually checking and linking forward and back across a paragraph or within a paragraph, but across paragraphs, across chapters. Yeah? And what does that actually get you to if you're able to link across, forward and back? What understanding does that help you with? Yep. And what are the connections that you're making? Pardon? Are you connecting to the plot if it's a narrative? Yeah? Are you connecting to the characters and how the characters, the plot unfolds through characters? Yeah. Can you see how in this discussion, our language, we've said something, we thought we meant something, a particular thing, but the refinement of the language needed to talk about what are you actually meaning here. We had check meaning and we were quite happy with it, but then Helen said, well, okay, we're actually checking at word, paragraph and text level, the language that was needed, and then also to take the thinking further. And Lisa talking about reading and writing, checking. We said, oh yes, we read aloud, But what does that actually mean? At the surface level, we think, oh yes, tick that box and move on. But what do we actually mean by that? There's a depth in there. Is that making sense to you? Yep. And this is where, if we relate back to Vygotsky, the language and the discussion, the learning is in the language and the discussion. And one of the opportunities we'll need to create for our teams back at school is the opportunity for discussion, whether it's around a question or whether it's around a piece of writing, etc. Because we can leave things just that, oh yes, we read aloud. But what does that actually mean? What do we mean by it?